Hey, what is going on, guys? Pineapple Swayers here, bringing you guys sort of a news update for the next Batman game that Rocksteady is making. Rocksteady has seemingly found their new game director, and it has caused a bit of a controversy in the Arkham community about whether this next game is going to be a complete mess and a joke like Kill the Justice League, or if Rocksteady is going back to their old roots and making, a great game. Their new game director, Bill Money, has been a part of some projects that I'm not necessarily a fan of. And in case if you're wondering what projects is he a part of, I'll be listing them right here for you guys. Now, Bill has worked on the Assassin's Creed games. He is a former Ubisoft veteran, as it's listed on this article. He has worked on Assassin's Creed games, including Assassin's Creed Mirage, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and Assassin's Creed Origins. He was also, I believe, the game director for Batman Arkham Origins. So Bill seems to have some experience in working on, the Arkham series. Arkham Origins is a loved game by a lot of the fans, and this seemingly is Rocksteady's next move. As we all know, the Batman game is basically confirmed. A lot of people still like to say it's a rumor. It's basically 100% confirmed at this point, as I've been saying for really the past few months that it was going to be a Batman game, and now here we are. And I think it was even confirmed by like IGN a few months ago that it was going to be Batman. So I don't know why this article says that it's still a rumor, but it seems like, Rocksteady, this is really the best move to go back to their original roots. Obviously, for myself, I have played Assassin's Creed Mirage, I've played Assassin's Creed Origins, and I've played Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and I'm not really a fan of those games. I liked Assassin's Creed Mirage, it was okay for me, but the other Assassin's Creed games just weren't great. I've heard good things about Origins, but I haven't played much of it, so I can't really give like a full definitive like review on it, especially in this video. But it seems like, this really is the best move for them, although people may not agree with it, just because, you look at the work that was done for Assassin's Creed, and, Assassin's Creed is taking like a step back. And the problem with these Assassin's Creed games, or really my problem, and I think a lot of people's problems that can agree with me on this, is that the games themselves for Assassin's Creed are fine. They're good. It's just they're not Assassin's Creed. And that's where a lot of people, I think, don't like them anymore, is because they don't have that Assassin's Creed feel to them, but they still have the name. And with this move, I don't really know how they'll be, like, what will be the main emphasis of this Batman title, but something that all of those Assassin's Creed games have that I like is the open world and really, like, the world exploration. And something that I've been saying for a while now that I think this next game could be is Batman Beyond. And I think they're bringing in the perfect guy to really build, a 2060 Gotham. Because we all know that Rocksteady is going to deliver in terms of world building and attention to detail, because they did it with Metropolis. Even, Metropolis was empty and killed the Justice League, but it still felt grand and it still looked incredible. And, whatnot, the best move now is to bring in someone, who has that expertise in making these massive maps that are meant for exploration, that are meant for finding little hidden details, and, combining, Bill Money with his experience from Assassin's Creed and Rocksteady with their experience. This seems like the perfect recipe to make a 2060 Gotham, to bring in Terry McGinnis for their next Batman game. Also, too, still waiting for a few things to be publicly released that I won't be mentioning in this video. It seems like this next Batman game, in my opinion, is on the right track and is in good hands. But a lot of people don't really seem to agree with this, just because of his work on the Assassin's Creed games. And like what I said, people are really split on, is this a good move for Rocksteady? Does this move make sense? And, to answer that, in my opinion, I think it is a good move. Sefton and Jamie are no longer there. They're looking for someone to sort of step up and take that leadership role. Sefton and Jamie abandoned ship halfway through production of Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Even though they promised to help finish the game, they didn't. They got up and started their own company. We have no idea what they're doing. Rocksteady now is just trying to build trust and hope again in people. And this is what they think can work. Although people like to give these Assassin's Creed games a lot of crap, I understand Valhalla's perspective, but Mirage and Origins, in my opinion, are just good games. They're not great, they're not bad, they're okay to good. maybe that's what Rocksteady's trying to get back to. They just want to make a good Batman game for people to trust in them again. Then later down the line, when they want to make another game, maybe, I don't know, Justice League or something that's a little more riskier, they have that trust and, hype from the fans. So when this game does well, which I believe it will, a lot of people have already been arguing with me that this Batman game is going to be woke slop, but that's just the problem. They unfortunately fumbled the bag with Kill the Justice League. There's no denying that. But something that this Batman game is already going to have that's making it better than Kill the Justice League is there's no live service, and it's going to be a single player experience. That's what Rocksteady's known for. Obviously, the game was going to flop when they're doing something that they've never done before. It's like when we try new things, when we try new skills, we're going to be horrible at it. Rocksteady was just kind of thrown into the dirt and be like, hey, make a good live service game. And they didn't deliver. And I've even said that. People are trying to say, like, man, you were coping so hard for this game. I admit that this game's a failure all the time. But I can also see where the game could have been successful, and which is why now I'm talking about the Batman game. I really think the Batman game could be incredible and a step in the right direction. And although I don't really know how to feel about Bill Money becoming the new game director for this game, I think it is the right move in the long run, because what Rocksteady's looking for, maybe what Bill's looking for, it's really the perfect connection to make a good game, and which I still believe is going to be Batman Beyond. But we will just have to wait and see. Maybe there'll be a big reveal soon. They have been working on the game since June of 2024. And now they have their leader to sort of lead them in the right direction for this project. But we'll just have to wait and see. I really don't know. I expect a big announcement soon, probably to announce what the game will be about, maybe the game's title. I really don't know. More and more stuff will come out, I feel, in the coming months surrounding this game, just from what I've heard in the rumor mill, which I'm not going to say here on YouTube because I don't want to say something and it not be true, but I've heard a lot of things surrounding this game, and I think, just from what I've heard, even though it is rumors, I will say that it sounds like Rocksteady is going in the right direction, and they've kind of learned their lesson the hard way. Anyways, though, this is Pineapple Sway. I hope you guys enjoy this. I think this is a good move for Rocksteady. Obviously, we're just going to have to wait and see how it all pans out. What do you guys think? Let me know what you think of Bill Money becoming the game director of, Rocksteady's next Batman game. And funny enough, people are already making a joke because his last name is Money, that all he's going to care about is money. But, we don't know that. So we'll just have to wait and see. Anyways, though, I love you guys. Thanks for all the support. And we are slowly approaching 4,000. And I will have a 4,000 subscriber giveaway planned once we hit it. So, yeah, peace out.